Okay, I am making the grandest, most loveliest castle-looking toilets ever. They can't not love these things, is my feeling. Heck, it's a destination spot right now. But of course they're gonna... Good morning, everyone. Dave from the Wee Hours here, back with some more Parkitect campaigns, and we're moving on from Maple Meadows and heading to the Chanute Airfield. A small airfield has been abandoned, and now its land has become available for use. The old airport structures are landmarks and need to be preserved. Okay, looks like we're going to have some fixed assets that we're going to have to work around. Now, unlike Maple Meadows, I haven't test-driven this one. I haven't gone through this before, so this is kind of virgin territory here for me. The scenario is to have 250 guests in the park. That's reasonable. That's a very, very sensible and reasonable thing to do. Optionally, we can sell 400 park tickets and get all of that done in 18 months by the end of June year 2. So 18 months to bang all that out. All right, let's take a look at the Chanute Airfield and see what we can do with this place. Well, let's start by pausing it so we don't have people coming in the door quite yet. The Chanute Airfield is going to give me what to work with. Well, an airfield. No surprise there. That building, I'm sure, is fixed, and this building is fixed. And there's my deliveries right in there. And they've already popped that into a nice airplane hangar, too. Good, so I don't need to disguise that area. Now, what have we got to work with? Oh, this is very long and thin. Long and thin is what we're working with here, what with the runways and all. Okay, it's not a completely terrible area to work with. I think we can have some fun with this one, and this is obviously going to be the main gate. Yeah, there's somebody waiting to come in right now. There's somebody just paused waiting for the park to open up. Okay, I'm kind of feeling there's a couple of things I really want to work with today, and the number one thing is the immersion factor, which we didn't really do too much with in Maple Meadows. We did a little bit of it, but what we learned in Maple Meadows, what I learned in Maple Meadows is people hate toilets. Boy, they really hate seeing those things. They want them there, they want to use them, but they don't want to, acknowledge that they exist. And that was wrecking our immersion factor. They just hated those things. I mean, admittedly, Maple Meadows being the initial tutorial area, I was really just more concerned with getting the 200 people in the door, which we totally did. But with this one, let's try and make this park a little bit prettier. And with this long and thin build area, I'm kind of already getting an idea sparking in my mind. Deliveries are here. People are going to come in here. You know what I want to create here? I want to do something very American and create the traditional carnival midway. The midway. A nice slice of Americana. So people will come in. There'll probably be a ride or two over here to get them in the door. And then along this stretch, I put a bunch of shops on either side, the traditional American Midway. So you would walk down the Midway, get all your money taken away from you, because that's Americana for you. And then up here, there's going to be a big ride. Well, let's start with the basics. What are we given to work with? What rides do we have right off the bat? We have the Ferris Wheel. Okay, great. Plane carousel. That makes a great degree of sense in the airfield kind of thing here. Yeah, I want to put the Ferris Wheel right up here. And that's going to be the focus of the Midway. So you'll come down the Midway, aiming towards the Ferris Wheel, which would be a huge structure. You'd see it from, all the way down the end of the Midway. And by the time you got down there, you had no more money left. Car ride, yeah, we may play around with the car ride. That may go on the other side here. And what have we got for thrilling rides? Yeah, a decent selection here. Gravitron, Wipeout, Jumper, that's all good stuff. Coasters, Junior Coaster. Oh, the Wild Mouse. We didn't see that in Maple Meadows. And how about transport rides? Nothing in transport, and the log flume in water. Okay, good. Fair enough. I know the game is paused, but let me just make sure I get research going. So when I do unpause it, I'm actually researching something. Why don't you research... We've got a degree of thrill rides. Why don't you actually work on some calm rides for right now? Rides, or do I want to do shops for the Midway? How many shops are we given to work with here? Oh, quite a lot. Okay, I don't think I need shops right now. That's way more than we got in Maple Meadows right out of the gate. Okay, good. So if I'm going to put shops on either side of this stretch here, I'm going to need somewhere for the employees to get over there to stock the shops, and that means we need an underground pathway. That means, and that's not something that I did in Maple Meadows, is the underground employee path, so employees can get from A to B without actually crossing in front of the guests and ruining their immersion. They just hate that. Okay, let me flesh out an idea here. Let me kind of sit and think about how I want this to go, and then we'll start building stuff. Okay, so I'm starting my employee tunnel over here by the hangar. So let's get that going down, and then over. Kind of remember where my build area is here. There's the fence there. Okay, over. Make sure I've got plenty of room to create the midway. Probably one more over, and then an up. Okay, how does that look? Good. Yeah, digging that. That's pretty much exactly what I wanted. So the employees will be able to come from the delivery area, go underground, pop up over here on the other side of the midway, and stock all the things that I put in there. Excellent. Good. Now let's start fleshing out some shops here. I know the goal is to get people in the door, and what's going to get people in the door are the rides, but to heck with it. I want to create a traditional American Midway. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, so shops. Give me shops. Let's just start with some fundamentals here, like some balloons. Now, where's the door again? It's right there. Okay, let me make sure I've got plenty of room. Before I even do this, let me throw my staff room down, because that's a little on the big side. Can I get that right in there? Yes, perfect. Okay, now they got somewhere to hang out and relax. Now, back to shops. Otherwise, they'll get all fussy about that. Let's put balloons. I want to make sure I leave plenty of room for the employees to get around and do their thing. So do I want that there? Yeah, that's not a terrible idea. But if I put... Okay, I'm talking to myself here, so just amuse yourselves while I do this. Okay, let's get this done. So that there, balloons there. What's next? Burgers? Sure, we'll have some burgers. Burgers there. Excellent. What else we got kicking around here? Cotton candy. Oh, God, yeah, everyone loves cotton candy. Everybody loves cotton candy. Let's put that there. Leave a little bit of space. We'll try and pretty that up a little bit. And hot dogs. Got to have hot dogs on the midway. There we go. Got a good bit of space left over here. So what else could we put? Hot drinks? Sure. I'd love a cup of coffee on the midway. There we go. And what else we got? Mini donuts. Absolutely. Now, could I squeeze? Yeah, I could definitely squeeze 2 more in there. Oh, boy, nobody's going to have a dime left over by the time they come down here. Soft drinks, perfect. Everyone's going to start complaining about how thirsty they are. Not anymore. And what else we got left? Vending machine? Not so much. More burgers. More burgers for everyone. There we go. Okay, I got an achievement for that, apparently. Good for me. Now, guests are going to hate that. They're absolutely going to hate the way that looks. So now, I'm going to build a whole thing around it and try and pretty it up a little bit. But let's just make sure I get the fundamentals down with the employee path so they can actually stock these areas. So that, there, and you come down there, and you come down, come down there. There you go. Didn't want to talk about burgers right now. Good. Okay. All of that being done, let me start making this look pretty. So I'm going to start fleshing this out with some walls all the way around this area. The idea being that the guests will not see all the terrible, horrible behind-the-scenes stuff that they hate, and that can live over there. Okay, let me get a quick archway in there. Yeah, there we go. Already got the right color lined up and everything. Super. archway there just so the staff can get in and out if they need to, and then roofs. Roofs. Now, I sat and watched the Geek Cupboard try and do roofs for about 30 minutes when he was playing Parkitect, and it damn near brought the man to tears. So I'm not going to get too adventurous with roofs. Oh, I got all the colors lined up. I was kind of just sort of feeling out how this was going to go before I got back into recording. So I'm not going to get super adventurous with roofs. We're just going to do something pretty simple. Let's bring those there and there. Okay, and there and there. And there and there and there. Okay, now obviously that's not the whole of the roof, but let's get some more roofs going. Before I even do this, because I'm not going to be able to see much of this later, I'm just going to drop a hauler in. I'm going to end up hiring him anyway. I may as well get one going. Did we start with any employees? No, we started with 0 employees. Okay, let's hire you, and you can go live right there. You can go live right there. Okay, perfect. Good. Do your thing. Let me just unpause it so he drops out of the sky. There you go. Now you're off to work. Back to roofs. Is it the prettiest structure in the world? Is it the world's greatest Parkitect building? No, absolutely not. But it's going to get the job done. That's my goal, is that the guests coming in the door won't be super sad. Go away, Mini Donuts. Won't be super sad about seeing all the behind-the-scenes nonsense that goes on. Well, behind the scenes. The hint is in the title there. Get that locked in there. Go away, burgers, and finish that off over here. Thank you. I actually don't even hate the way this kind of lines up with the windows on the hangar. That looks kind of nice. Okay, stage 1 of the traditional American Midway is complete, and then my plan is to effectively duplicate this on the other side. But let's, at the front door, get people coming in the front door with a ride or 2. Plain carousel, nice calm ride, that would be super for the front door. Let's get that tucked in. Oh, yeah, that looks like a good a spot as any. Okay, and let's put your entrance here, your exit over here. Now, pathways. What are we feeling for an airstrip? Wood? No, definitely not. Cobble. Yeah, I like the sound of cobble for an airstrip. That seems pretty good. Get that going in there. Oh, yeah, I like that. That's cool. Excellent. And then you need a queue. Let's, what color are we going to do? Why don't you match the ride? So if we eye drop that to that blue, there we go. And you can, oh, well, it didn't eye drop properly. Whatever, it's a queue. It'll be fine. All people got to do is line up properly. Now, this is probably going to get a lot of action being at the front door. So I'm going to make that a nice big queue. A nice big queue there, because a lot of people are going to be lining up for that. I think we can make this a tiny bit prettier than what we've got right now. How about, topiaries, plants? How about some flowers? Yeah, how about a flower box here? And let's do another flower box, but let's make that a different color. How about a blue and a reddish sort of thing there? Much better. Now, can I slap... Are those crates fixed? No, not... Well, yes, but I can put flowers around them, so great, good, even better. Okay, dig in all of that, ride number 1 down, Midway project on its way. Now, did I leave enough room to slip another ride into that area? How about a thrilling ride? Wipeout. Can we get Wipeout in there? Kind of, but I'm not digging it. It's just not... No, it's just not really... I'm not feeling that. I can technically get it in there, but... Maybe that's where we'll try and hide some of the bathrooms. Ooh, that's not a terrible idea. Okay, I'll have a think about that. Well, American Midway, here we go. Let's get our Ferris wheel down. That is the centerpiece of the American Midway. So that's got to be right over here. Before I do that, let me get the paths going so I know where everyone's going to go. Okay, so a nice path along the one side of the Midway shops area, just so I can kind of center everything. And then the Ferris wheel is not going to be perfectly centered in here, but it'll get the job done. So let's slam that in there. Excellent. And where do I want your entrance? Kind of here. Actually, kind of here. And then your exit could be over here. Good. Okay, give me back to paths, please. Let's get your exit sorted out. And then your queue. What are you feeling for that? That's something gaudy and yellow. Excellent. That can go like this. There we go. Okay, so they'll come in here. They'll go through the queue there, and then they'll get jutted out over there. I'm not quite sure what's going to live over here yet, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. All right, Ferris wheel, centerpiece of the Midway established. Nice calm ride over here so people have a reason to come in the door. Other side of the Midway is going to be over here. We'll start working on that. And then probably more rides up here. Let's conquer part of the problem that we had in Maple Meadows. The great toilet issue. So we want the toilets to be here. They've got to be here. But guests hate seeing them. So what if we put them over in the corner here, just a little path over here, and really tried to pretty them up as best we could? Let me see what I can do with that. Okay, I am making the grandest, most loveliest castle-looking toilets ever. They can't not love these things, is my feeling. Heck, it's a destination spot right now. But of course, they're going to need a path, otherwise they can't figure out how to get there. So let's do a path there, and then a short path down here. There. Now you can get to the beautifully decorative toilets. I mean, come on, that looks like a castle. It's fantastic. But they're still going to hate them, so let's see what else we can do to pretty them up a little bit here. Trees, flowers, rocks, anything along those lines that will make this area a little bit prettier. How about a rock there, and maybe a different rock over here, and then some lovely trees, because everybody loves trees. Oh, birch trees. I like birch trees. There we go. Birch tree there, and a birch tree over there. And how about a birch tree in a slightly different color? Yeah, let's sort of do a fall foliage thing going on here. There we go. A little fall foliage for the area. A little orange. A little bit of red for the leaf peepers in the New England area. Okay. I gotta tell you, guests, that's as good as I can get with these toilets. They're really, really nice toilets. Now, probably actually go ahead and open the door. That would be a smart move. Let's get that going on. Okay, got both of our rides turned on. Everything's going. The hauler's probably in there doing something, I would imagine. But while he's doing that, let's make sure we have other things going on, like a janitor and like a mechanic. Let's make sure we got all the basics covered. You don't really have anything to do right now. Get a security guard going because of vandalism. And yeah, definitely an entertainer for the Midway. We're going to want some of that. How about robot? How about robot? So, Sharon Weaver, you are now a robot. You're going to hang out over here. Eventually, when I get the other side of the Midway completed, I might just zone you out so you only work. You know what? I'm just going to do it now. I'm just going to do it now while I'm thinking of it. So, Sharon, let's see. The Midway will be sort of here-ish. So, you can have... That is your zone, Sharon. And give me Sharon back, please. Sharon, Sharon, Sharon. You are going to work in Zone 1. Thank you. So your only area is going to be in here entertaining people on the Midway. Are you a guest or are you one of my people? You are... Oh, you're security. Okay, good. Good job. Good job. Did you go on the plane ride? No, you're a mechanic. You don't go on the plane ride. How about you? Is anyone going to go on my rides? Well, you've been in here 14 seconds and you spent $1. That's pretty good. Are you going to my wonderfully decorative toilets? You're just kind of looking at them. Well, let's see how we're doing with that. How's our decoration going on here? Okay, I've had worse. It's not bright pink. It's not completely bright pink. We can definitely slap some more decoratives around here and make that even nicer. They're not crazy about being able to see inside to the scenery area, and they're really wigging out about the bit of the staff room roof that's poking out of the roof. But they love the midway. Check that. So this area, and we can make that even nicer, this area, encasing that in a building like that, that's going to work out really well. Let's go ahead and actually make that a little nicer while I'm thinking about it, because other things that we don't have are trash barrels and benches and whatnot. Let's see, what screams Americana? Oh, this nice wooden bench here. Bench here, bench here, good. And let's do another bench over here, and another, a couple of, well, do one bench here, and then give me some trash cans. Otherwise, this place is going to be a complete pit. I'm going to put another hauler on duty, just because there's quite a few shops for everyone to be stocking. And when we get the second side of the midway up and running, there's going to be quite a bit to do around here. And let's get another ride going over here. I mean, the whole goal is to get people in the door, so we should probably be focusing on that. How about Twister? Everybody loves Twister. Let's get that on this side of this long, thin build area. You can go there, you can go there, and you can go there. So, going back to my traditional Americana midway, you know what you might see at a traditional American state fair that I found in Medium? A car show. You could totally see a car show in, I mean, it's not the car that I want. It's not a classic car or an antique car like you'd see in a traditional American fair, but I think it's going to get the job done overall. So yeah, give me one of those. Give me more of those, please. There's a classic car right there. Yeah, you would see, we're going to have a little car show going on here. That's what we're going to have. I only have the 2 cars, which is a little unfortunate. But let's, yeah, there we go. One there. Good. Loving that. And how about another one, but in a different color? There we go. Everyone's going to come in and check out the classic cars, which are apparently all the same car, but it's fine. It's totally fine. It's not a great car show. I'm not going to lie to you. It basically looks like a Chevy and a couple of Model Ts or something. I don't know. But yeah, there we go. A traditional car show in a traditional American state fair. Now, I just got to pretty that up, because that looks like somebody just parked their cars here instead of it being a real car show. Let me see what I can do with this area. Now, this is looking a lot more like a classic car show, and by classic cars, there's only the 2 cars. There's only the 2 styles of cars, but a car show nonetheless. So let's make sure, just in case people want to look at the classic cars, they can get in, they can get out. We've got some flags up, we've got some pavilions, some benches where people can sit and look at the two classic cars, and one of them's not really a classic. I think it's a Chevy Nova or something, but yeah, whatever. It's a decent enough car show for the American Midway. Let's actually get this back on. I've kind of completely blown off the objective of getting 250 people in the door, so I've been really somewhat a little more focused on my Midway. I do see the shops are finally getting stocked, so that's good. Maybe we'll start to work on the other side of the Midway. Twister's doing fine. Probably wouldn't kill us to have another ride in here and then build out the Midway again. Build out the Midway on this side and really get this looking the way I want it to. Okay, I've started fleshing out the second side of the Midway here, and before I start encasing everything in, I want to make sure the employees can actually do their job around here. So let's make sure I've got all the employee paths going where they're supposed to go, so they can get through the underground tunnel from the other side where the delivery area is, deliver all the stuff to here, and get in and out without the guests actually seeing them. That's the goal here. And I'm just going to get a third hauler going right now. I'm going to slap you down right there, Sean Rice. And let me just unpause it so you drop on the ground. There you go. And then we're going to zone you out. So you are going to be in charge of this area right here. You're going to be in charge of Zone 2. Now, you're Sean Rice, right? You're going to work in Zone 2. That is your only thing that you need to do, Sean. So all of that being done, now I can start to build the building around it to pretty it up and make sure the guests can't see the behind-the-scenes stuff. Let me start working on that. I love the car show. I wish there were a few more cars. That would be nice. I'm sure there are mods for that. I'm sure people have built all sorts of neat cars, but I'm just working with what's already existing in the game. But I love the car show area. That, so far, is my favorite part of the Midway. Let me build a building, and then we'll come back. And there we go. All right, so that's all nice and encased in a building so the guests don't hate it. It's not an exact duplicate of one on the other side, but it's going to do the job. It's going to get everything done the way I want it. Let's get some benches down here and some trash cans because, well, this is where all the food lives, so we're going to want that. And now that I've actually just said that out loud, it would not kill us to have another janitor on duty. So, yeah, why don't you work, I don't know, anywhere. Right there is fine. Don't need any more trash bins right now. And where this didn't line up perfectly, seems to me over here might be a great spot tucked nice and far back for another set of toilets, possibly my majestic castle toilets like I did here. Let me have a quick think about that, but in the meantime, we should probably get some more rides going. Let's keep the time moving along here. We do actually have a goal. We are supposed to get people in the door here. This ride's doing well. This ride's doing well. All of that's in good shape. So let's focus a little more up here. Now, what could we throw up here? And speaking of which, how are we doing on the research, guys? Okay, plugging along. You're working on Wave Swinger. You are currently producing that. Okay, fair enough. How about, what have we got left for exciting rides? We did Twister. We did Wipeout, right? We did Wipeout. Somebody remind me that we did Wipeout. No, we didn't do Wipeout. Okay, so we've only got the one thrilling ride. Well, we'd better get another thrilling ride. How about Wipeout, seeing as we're talking about it? That can go right in, won't quite line up perfectly in the middle, but it'll be good enough for me. So put that there. Put your queue. Where are we going to have that? Put that there. And put your exit here. That way I can take this path right here for the exit, and your queue can live, not employee paths, queue, thank you. Yeah, actually, I like that red. That can go, how much action is this going to see? Well, do this, that, and that. There we go. Okay, there's your queue. That screams out for a tree. Got to have a tree in there. I don't know why. It's just screaming for a tree, saying, please, please, please put a tree in here. I suppose this is way too small for a willow. Yeah, I didn't think I was going to get a willow in there. How about just a nice poplar? How about that? There we go. Poplar can live right there. Okay, good. How's my Midway looking? How's my Midway looking? The hauler is going to take a while to get all of these things stocked up, and these are out of stock, too. I got a lot of shops. I won't lie about that. Let's get another hauler on duty. Let's get the hauler thing going on here. And I wanted to have a little think. Now, when I was going through and working on the left-hand side of the Midway here, we have the info kiosk, which seems to be a very sensible thing that people would want. But I don't know if, like the shop, they hate it. So I want to put it down, because I want to see how much people are going to hate this over time. Is this like a regular shop where I should encase this and pretty it up? I mean, from a real world perspective, I would not be opposed to seeing an info kiosk. That seems really, really handy. But I want to see how people react to this. And while I'm waiting on that, I'm going to start building a second set of bathrooms over here. I don't know that you're going to find any nicer set of toilets in any American fairground. In fact, I'll pretty much guarantee it. But it is an airfield. Let's get an airplane prop going down here. I know all the restaurants and shops are out of stock. They're working on it. I just built them, guys. Chill out. Got some more trees with some nice fall foliage colors in here. All that's going to work out. Now, let's see how they're feeling about this. I'm going to guess probably not great. Okay, I've got it. I know. Things are out of stock. The man is working on it. I swear to God. I should probably get a second hauler for Zone 2 over there. Should probably get a second hauler. Okay, they hate the bit right at the door, but broadly they're okay with it. Broadly, they're okay with it. Now, why right at the door? What's the fussy... Is there something there? Did somebody throw up or something? Oh, there's a little bit of trash. Okay, stop telling me things are out of stock. They're working on it. There's a little bit of trash. Okay, we can cope with that. We can manage that. We can just put down maybe a trash bin so people wouldn't throw their trash on the floor. How about if we did a trash bin right there? And while I'm looking at that area, what if we did maybe a little border around that area? What might look nice there? Slope, no, none of those are really singing out to me. Plane carousel is broken. Okay, well, hopefully our mechanic will get on that at some point in time. And what if we did a little border here? I kind of like that. And there, and there, and there. And nobody's going to be going out that side anyway, so it doesn't matter if we border that off nicely like that. Okay, things are breaking down fine. Let's get another mechanic on site, because I'm going to put another ride down in a second anyway. So, yeah, we only have the one. Yeah, and he's repairing it. Good, he's on it. But you, just go do things, please. Go do things. Okay, let's get... This looks like a pretty good spot for another ride over here. We did get that brand new ride. So, Wave Swinger. Oh, it's kind of big. Okay, it's a little bigger than I thought. But boy, is that traditional Americana right there. Yeah, let's put that guy. We want people to be going up the Midway, though. We want people to be going up there. Ooh, this is huge. I don't even have room for it down here. But I can get it over here. That works. Kind of pricey, though. I don't have unlimited money here. This is $1,100. I only got $1,800 left. We're kind of hemorrhaging money at the moment. I got to get another hauler. I've already figured out the issue with Zone 2. I already know what the problem is. They don't have a depot. They don't have a depot. That would speed things up tremendously if they had a depot. And that was my plan from day one, too. Okay. All right. Everybody slow down. Let me do a little work here. Well, minor problem with the depot idea. I'm actually out of money. So, loans. I need a brief loan. How about Bank of Elmwood? It's going to give me $7,000 for 1.5 interest. That's actually very good. Yeah, I will totally take that, actually. Thank you very much, Bank of Elmwood. Now I can put my depot down. Okay, now we got to do the underground whoozy what's it for the depot. So that's going to come over here. My whole point with doing this double Midway was to mess with the depot system and have fun with that. So you need to go, there's your little entrance thing over here, and then down here. Does that get you connected? I can't quite see from there. Just in case it doesn't, let's make sure. Go to here, and then go to here. Go to here. There we go. Are you all connected? I believe you are. Let's go over to here. You're saying you're... Oh, no shops. That's fine. Just so long as you're connected to the delivery area. I don't really care that you don't have shops selected right now. We're going to work on that immediately. So, yes, let's add all of the shops here. That one, 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 and that one. Okay, you, Depot, are in charge of the stock for all of this stuff over here, please. That's what was slowing things down. That should be a lot better now. Now I'll just pop the roofs back on, and hopefully this will correct itself. No, they don't seem to hate the info kiosk at all. They seem to be totally neutral on that. And now that we've got the trash barrel over there, the bathrooms have sort of self-corrected themselves to just a light pink, which I can totally live with here. Totally live with that. Now, what's the... looks like there's some trash on the ground over there, too. Okay, good. Let's get some trash barrels over there. In fact, while we're here, I notice you, sir, are very, very tired. Would you like to have a bench that you could sit down on? Would that make you happy? How about if you had a bench here and a bench here and then a trash bin sort of right here-ish? That might help, folks. Yeah, you're super tired. Why don't you just chill on the bench, man? There you go. There you go. Just chill out on the bench. Okay, how's my Midway looking? Oh, I do like this. I do like this. I do. And seeing as this is, I don't really care about paying that bank loan back, I think I'm going to pretty this area up a little bit and then slap down another ride. But I really want another ride up here. Oh, and I got a notification research was done. You're working on Steamworks props now. And no, you completed Steamworks props, excuse me. And now you're working on, well, you don't really know. That's fine. Actually, we should really probably have some more rides in here. So why don't you get going on a thrill ride? And while you're looking at that, how much would it cost? Because the car ride just screams American Fairground. Absolutely screams it. It's going to be pricey to build. And even with that loan, I don't have a ton of money. But I would love to get a car ride going right around here. Okay, is it the world's most exciting ride? Not so much, really. It's just kind of an oval. There is a very exciting little ramp here that the cars can very, very, very gently go over. But it's good enough. It fits in the space. People will dig it. So I'm going to go ahead and build that. Let's get the entrance sort of here. Yeah, and the entrance can, or the exit rather, can live over here. That's all good. Let's just get a very kind of smallish queue. Actually, looking at that, first of all, let's make sure we actually turn on Wipeout. So people wanted to, did I make sure we turned all the rides on? All the rides are active, right? Yep, okay, good. I want to move that queue. I'm not digging where that is. Let me just fidget with this for a second. No, I'm just going to keep it where it is because I'm a little limited in where exactly I can put it. I didn't leave myself a lot of room to put a nice big queue down. And let's make sure we actually turn that on. Okay, the very, very sort of exciting car ride is ready for action here. Anyone want to come up and take a very gentle ride in an oval at all? People are loving the Ferris Wheel. Ferris Wheel's getting a ton of action here. Okay, I think the best thing we can do is start prettying this area up a little bit, because with these slow rides, as I understand it, people want things to look at while they're going very, very slowly around this track. Super, super slowly around the track. Let me give you guys something to look at while you're doing this. And now that I've got the bank loan, we may as well throw down Wave Swinger here. That is so traditional American country fare. We've got to have that in here somewhere. Down here, please. And then your entrance is going to be up here, but your exit is going to be right about here. Don't I have an objective? Oh yeah, I'm supposed to be getting like 250 people in the park. How are we doing? 126 and it's July. Okay, we're halfway there. Perfect. We're halfway there and we've got another year to do this. Cool. I should probably just let time tick along for a little bit. What with the objective. I've gotten really rather obsessed with my classic American Midway here and not so much on the completing the objective. That it looks like the most boring, tedious ride ever. Ever. In the history of anything is that car ride. I love the way this is shaping up, though. Yeah, the Ferris wheel as the focal point. Come down here. You get all your money taken away from you in the meantime, and before you go home, you get whatever pennies you had left over taken away as well. That's America. Well, I've just been letting time tick along here, trying to get to our 250 goal here. I've kind of completely ignored the actual scenario here, the actual campaign. So apologies if you tuned in to specifically see how to do the campaign for the airfield here. I've gotten rather obsessed with my classic American Midway. Now we're just prettying up the info booth. We'll put down some flags because that would totally be a focal point of the Midway, including a nice black flag here. You're welcome, Henry Rollins. And what, put some lanterns along here so it's going to be nice and lit up at night. People can get their way over to the Ferris Wheel after having all of their money taken away from me. And where are we at? We're at 211 people, and it's September. I don't think we're going to have any problem meeting our goal. I mean, we're hemorrhaging money. We're hemorrhaging money. Thankfully, the goal of this is not to maintain profitability because we failed miserably at that. In fact, I think I'm just going to go ahead and take out another loan because we're clearly going to meet our objective long before we have to pay that back. So, give me finances again. And, yeah, we're going to have more money, please. Give me another 7,000, East River Bank. You guys are suckers. Why would you bet on a country fair? That's just ridiculous. Any small rides that I could put up in here that we haven't already done? Did we do Jumper yet? No, we did Twister and we did Wipeout. We haven't done Jumper. Could I... Oh, that's kind of bigger than I want it to be. I could squeeze it in here. We could squeeze Jumper in here. And I don't hate that idea. Okay, give me your entrance over here, your exit over here, and give me your queue, please. Let's get your queue going on. Why don't you be a little on the dark side? You can be the goth ride, so yeah, you can have a black queue, and that can go down there. Let's make sure we actually remember to turn that ride on. Thank you very much. Okay. Yeah, we're at 2:32, and it's November. I don't think we're going to have any problem getting our 250 people in the door. I did get a little pop-up saying one of the janitors couldn't get to the trash dump site. So just for fun, I threw the employee path out here. They'll hate that a little bit, but it is what it is. Let's just make sure everyone can get to where they're going. We don't want to start messing with employee pathing. And apart from that, I've just been kind of prettying the place up a little bit with, you know, the bank loans that we've took out that we have absolutely no intention of paying back, by the way. Sorry, bank, but you bet on the wrong crowd here. I have zero intention of paying those bank loans back. Where are we at? 233 in November. Okay, good enough. How did that employee path hurt our decoration? It's not the worst. Okay, I've seen worse. They're really fussy over here. What's going on in this neck of the woods that they are so concerned about? We've got a trash barrel. Well, that's fine. I'll just throw down some more decoratives until you people like it, rather. Team 1 has finished Orbiter. Oh, okay, good. What were you working on? You were working on thrill rides. Don't know how much else you're going to get done, but why don't you just work on shops? Maybe we can throw another small section of shops around somewhere. Probably won't even get to that. We're at 235 right now. We only need another 15 people to come in the door and we're good. But if you guys are super fussy over here, let's see what we can do with some decorations and make you a little bit happier on this neck of the woods. Yeah, with some more hedges and some trees around here, it's softened how much they're hating this entry area here. I'm not quite sure what their problem is. They've got benches, they've got trash cans, they've got a lot of decoratives around there. Not quite sure why this particular little area is not doing so well, but it's softened it. Broadly, everyone seems to be okay. That is bright red. I see some trash on the floor there. We'll get one of the janitors over there to deal with it. And boy, do they love the Midway. Wow, that's a bright green on that Midway. Trash over here, they hate that. That's fine. That's fine. They are broadly okay with everything that is going on here in terms of their decorative immersion. We love this park kind of stuff. Digging it. Absolutely digging it. That's a lot better than we did in Maple Meadows. The secret really was just completely blowing off the challenge. Forget the challenge of 250 people. That seems to be taking care of itself. 244 in December. We'll probably... Actually, we should... I was going to say we won't meet our sub-goals, but we'll absolutely meet our sub-goals. We've actually got another 6 months to get 250 people in the door. But what might hasten that is one more ride. If we had one more ride in the park, where could we possibly throw that down? Somewhere over here might be an idea. But no, I want people walking up my Midway. I want people getting every dollar they've ever made taken away from them when they get through to the Ferris Wheel. So what do we got left kicking around in rides? We've done all the calm rides. We have Orbiter. Right, they had finished researching Orbiter. Cool. How much does Orbiter cost me? Who cares? I'm just going to get another bank loan anyway. Did we do Orbiter? I feel like we did Orbiter. Hang on. No, we didn't. Okay. Okay, slap that down there. This will kind of be the final piece of the Midway. This will be where the fair ends. And you get a nice, exciting ride at the end, and then you can walk back to your car and get all your money taken away from you on the Midway. So let's put don't really need a massive queue. I mean, we're almost done with the challenge. So let's just put a queue over here, and your exit can be over here. Give me a path, please. Let's get a path going from there to there. And a queue for you, please. Yeah, sure, that's fine. That's a perfectly good queue. That can just go to there. It doesn't have to be super fancy over here because we're almost done with this. Remember to turn the ride on, as I usually forget to do. And we're good. All right, Orbiter's in place. 247 in January. I just need 3 more people to walk through this door in the reasonably near future. Have you heard we've got Orbiter now? You may want to come in and get in on that action, because gonna tell you, when we get 2 more people in this door, this park's about to close. So if you want to get on Orbiter, you need to get in the door kind of nowish. And there it is. It came and went so fast, we kind of missed it there. But yes, we had 250 people in the park. We're up to 252 now. The ticker tape rained down. We have met our goal of having 250 guests in our park. Didn't meet the optional goals, 400 park tickets, and doing that by June of next year. Actually, this year now. But I'm okay with that. We met our goal, and more importantly, I really got to build exactly what I wanted, which is a classic American fair. This is Americana right here. The Midway leading up to the Ferris Wheel, the terribly, terribly boring car ride, the classic car show, which consists of 2 models of cars right in the middle. It looks like what I wanted it to be, and I think we did a lot better with the immersion, tucking the toilets away in sort of behind-the-scenes area, getting all the shops covered up in their own buildings so the guests aren't wigging out about that. I think we did a little bit better, and by we, I mean me. Again, I'm kind of bumbling my way through this game. Do not come here for expert Parkitect gameplay. Come here for someone who's muddling through like the rest of us, but I'm really happy with what we built there. So there's the Chanute Airfield, or Airstrip, or whatever it is. Did it, built it, and that'll do it for Parkitect for now. And next time we'll move on to whatever the next campaign is, and we'll see what other surprises Parkitect has for me. I had no plans to build a classic American country fair, but I did it. So I'm pretty happy with that. That'll do it for Parkitect for today. If you liked the video, do please leave a like down below. It does cheer me up no end when people do that. And if you're new to the channel, maybe you're just checking me out for the first time, think about hitting that subscribe button if you want to see more of this ridiculous nonsense. But until then, I'm Dave. Thank you as always for joining me in the wee hours, and we'll see you next time. Wow. You could have hepatitis or golfer's elbow. I feel we should be able to narrow it down a little better. I mean, I'm not saying I'm a doctor, but I'm saying I might be able to know the difference between golfer's elbow or hepatitis. First thing I'd ask is, do you play golf? Where are you going?